Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stories of the Weird. I'm your host, Stephen Lumpkin, and these are my players, Kevin, Chris, Yoshi, and John, as Clog, Pelifron, Oscar, and Verna. We have just finished watching them beat a Deodand into submission in the garden of Lareth the Shade's manse, but a woman in white came bursting out from the underbrush, exclaiming that the Deodand was in fact a man named John, who had been most punitively transformed into this bestial state by Lareth as punishment for some small crime of, debt. So, the four of you were trying to decide how to deal with this situation. So what did you come up with over the break?
Well, clearly, this garden is full of very useful botanicals. So I think if there's a potion that needs to be brewed, we should just gather the resources and find an inn, a head witch's house, someplace, and try to brew this potion ourselves.
Yeah, the woman, Elise, she looks at you in shock, and she says, brew the potion yourselves. Are you a great wizard?
Yes.
Your pardon, my lords. I didn't realize that you were conspirators of Lareth's, fellow students of the arcane sciences. I have little I can pay you with, but if I can get my husband back, then he and I will leave this place forever, and Lareth will never hear from us again.
Verna definitely wants to reassure her. Verna definitely says, we have another arrangement going on. We don't need payment. We just need to make sure that this works.
Very well, very well. Tell me, what do you need for the potion?
About that.
You mentioned the sun roses were a crucial ingredient.
So the hedge witch told me, yes.
Well, she probably knows her stuff. We'd need a place to light a fire, and we would need to some time to figure out the other ingredients. And then my stout friend here might be able to brew us something up.
I see. Well, our town is days away. I believe we could make a fire pit in the forest if that were sufficient. The witch lives a few hours' walk to the north.
Oscar, you have your brewer's supplies on you?
There's an inn.
I unfortunately don't have everything that we need. We'd probably have to go to the inn to really get all of those fine bits.
Well, okay. I think we should look around the garden, try and gather the necessary ingredients here. Go to a place where we can have what we need to do the brewing. And
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this gentleman in the meantime. But it's fine.
Actually, I have a concoction that I inflict him with that keeps him sedated, so we can ensure that he will sleep peacefully. And then she just sort of takes the dagger in her hand and stabs it in his thigh. And pulls it back out. And you see like a thick blue liquid has been left in the wound.
Marriage.
Marriage. Right. So, Pelifron and Oscar, why don't the two of you each roll something? So for Pelifron, it's probably an Arcana check. For Oscar, maybe nature or something like that. Yeah.
Nature or medicine?
Medicine.
Can I assist with the medicine roll? Never mind.
So, I figured the two of you working together give each other advantage. So,
Okay.
between the combination of your knowledge, the two of you identify within what you think is a high degree of accuracy what kind of a potion would reverse this. And yes, you need the stamen from a sun rose. You need a strong pure grain alcohol as a base, and you also need Eye of Newt. And Eye of Newt is it's a preserved, substance which would really only be found in a wizard's cellar.
Okay.
Going back in anyways?
Sounds like it.
Maybe it costs 10 gold.
Do you have another 10 gold?
I don't, but he
I
does.
do.
He has my
I do.
10 gold still.
No, I have 10 gold.
Yeah. Although if you go in there asking for Eye of Newt and offer to pay 10 gold, when the Eye of Newt is missing, there might be some leading there.
I mean,
Yeah. All right, well, let's get the other stuff first. Or we're here now?
We're already here. We've got...
Yeah.
do we have the strong alcohol?
I don't know if any of you have a strong alcohol on you, but tell me what's in your inventories. And...
Yeah.
I don't. But there's that pub or in down the road.
There's an
that
inn. We should
can
be
easily
able
go
to
buy
get
some.
strong.
Yeah.
Maybe ask around, see if anybody's carrying some spare Eye of Newt.
At the end.
Yeah.
Sure.
This might be really cheesy, but what do you think the chances are that there's a little bit of strong alcohol inside a component pouch?
Like a spell component pouch?
Yeah.
Not enough. Spell component pouch is like little spritzes of
Yeah.
dust or,
All right.
a frog's leg.
That was a fair question.
Fair,
I-
fair, yes.
I feel like we need to break into this house and steal some Eye of Newt.
Do you want to break in or...
Try and buy it
Second?
from him.
Well, someone go in, just like be an idiot, talk to him, and our little halfling friend sneaks behind.
Oh, distraction.
Distraction.
Distraction. I could do distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull a little
Just
Ocean's
turn into a
11.
bear in his office.
Yeah. I'll go around and go to the front of the office and try to talk with him a bit.
Okay.
Cool.
I can make that work.
All right. So who's
Sounds
going
like
to
a
the
start.
front office?
Oscar.
Oscar. Cool. And
Do you want-
Verna, are you going with Oscar or?
I think I will go because I'm no good at sneaking around anyways, and just so we don't split the party too much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Um,
the three of you, I guess.
Yeah, so Verna actually is small enough that she can actually hide behind anyone who is one size larger than her.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna just knock on the door, Verna can definitely like hang on somebody's back and then just drop off
Nice.
in a shadowy corner.
Cool. Yeah. Absolutely. You're gonna like slip in behind someone.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Yeah, absolutely. So the three of you are sliding into the front of the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Verna, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Yeah. we'll
You can
do.
have advantage for taking the time to set it up.
I appreciate that. Here we go.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
you're invisible. So Oscar and Clog, you step into the front parlor and push your way into the shop area. Now, Verna, of course, as you enter, you see that there is this door to the shop, but then there's also another door, which is cracked slightly open. You see that there are stairs that lead down.
Yeah. As soon as I feel like I'm at the darkest point between the front door and that door, I drop off and
Cool.
make my way down the side of the hallway.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You begin padding down the stairs, sitting. So you know how like the stairs go down, and then there's like a wall where there's the stairs descending beneath the other level of the house. Sitting up on that wall, there's a small gray-skinned imp curled up, and it's sleeping.
Of course.
You can see its chest rising and falling. And you slip under it without making a single sound, Verna. You were built for exactly this. Now, Oscar and Clog. When you enter the room, you can hear distinctly the sounds of wizardry from the back chamber from behind the counter. What do you do?
I think I go up to the counter and look for a bell or something to ring to get his attention.
Totally ding.
All right, come, we're here. We want something.
Yes. What is it? And his muslin cloaked head peeks out from behind the doorway, and then you hear this, and you see a cloud of purple smoke come billowing out the door, engulfing him. You hear his voice. "One moment, please." And he comes back out after the smoke sort of clears, waving his muslin-covered arms and blowing the cloud away. He sits down at the counter. "You rang."
Yeah, so while we were out back, I noticed that you had this sort of blue tree with this shiny purple fruit.
Yes.
That when it exploded...
Don't touch it. Exploded.
Yeah, that might have been good advice a little bit earlier, but that is no longer the case. But it has some very interesting properties, and I kind of wanted to know a little bit more about those.
It's going to cost you.
Well, can we trade shop talk here? I'm a bit of a brewer myself. I know some things. I've been about the nature and the land. Maybe we can trade secrets for secret.
Give me a persuade roll.
Yeah.
Clog, are you just here as muscle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he puts his arms on the countertop and he brings out a purple eye and he sets it on the table and he says, "Did you know I can see lies? Tell me, Oscar, are you not supposed to be guarding my garden from a deodand?"
Yeah, we are supposed to be guarding, but right now I'm not worried at all about that. I don't think the deodand's going to be causing you any more trouble tonight.
Oh? How are you so certain? He has come once every 5 nights.
I think we encountered him already. That's sort of where this exploding purple haze has come in. I'm just trying to figure out maybe how bad that is for, say, somebody who is covered in that juice.
Well, the deodand was covered in the juice. We have nothing to worry about. Now go.
Well,
Bring
what
me
if
his
it
head.
wasn't the deodand, but maybe, say, one of my allies?
Ah, it was the wizard, wasn't it?
I'm not saying he didn't intentionally take a bite, but he may have intentionally taken a bite.
This is why I never work with other wizards. They're too curious for their own good. Well, I can see you're telling the truth. And he scoops his purple eyeball off the counter and he puts his blue eyeball back on the counter. And he says, "Very well. First, his mind will expand into the far reaches of space. Then he will develop a ravenous appetite, beginning to consume far and far greater quantities of food than any human could normally under this circumstance. As the event horizon singularity grows within his stomach, he will begin to rampage around the countryside in ravenous hunger. It's not
So like a
going to be
normal
pleasant.
Tuesday for him.
Oh,
I think immediately after that I come in through the door. Well, hello. What are we talking about, guys?
no, I'm afraid I don't wish to sell you any lizard bones. Thank you.
Yeah.
You won't sell us the lizard bones?
He won't sell us the lizard bones.
Do your jobs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I walk up to Pelifron and I'm like, I think we're gonna need to find you. Maybe we'll go to the inn later, find an all-you-can-eat barbecue, something along those lines.
I was just feeling a bit peckish.
We'll think of something.
yeah. Okay. So down in the basement, Verna, you're looking around all of these shelves, these dusty shelves with, vials and bottles, and there's like living spiders in some of them, and snakes preserved in formaldehyde, and just all sorts of stuff. And you find one cabinet that's it appears to be locked, and it's got two glass panes, but behind the glass panes, almost like in a spot of light through a small window from the outside, you see written in spidery handwriting, "Eye of Newt," and there's just like one big eye that's like veiny and like it swivels to look at you inside this glass jar. Yeah, what do you do?
I think Verna, just centers herself and gets down to business and decides, all right, if I break that glass, I don't know what's going to happen. So we're definitely going to have to try and pick this thing.
You're gonna break the glass.
No.
Okay.
Just sneak right in.
Okay. All right. So okay.
Wrap my hand in a cloth. No, definitely picking a lock.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Give me a lockpick roll.
Okay, so that is thieves' tools, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
Oy.
Okay. It takes you some time, and I think you're just about to like get the last pin slotted into place when you hear a and then a flapping sound. What do you do?
Could hide. Nope. She's just doing it. She's just finishing and opening the door.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
as quickly as possible, if she can try to hide or get into a better position once she grabs it, great. If not, we'll find out.
So we'll see what happens, because she clicks the last pin into place and then pulls the cupboard open, and then a small bell attached to the top of the cupboard starts ringing. And you hear this as the homunculus imp comes flying into the room on the back of scaly leather wings. You reach in, you grab the Eye of Newt, which is sort of like spinning and swimming back and forth in its jar a whole bunch. And this homunculus is like driving straight towards you. But there's also this really loud bell that's ringing. What do you do?
Do I have any chance of cutting or dismantling the bell before the homunculus gets to me?
The easiest way to stop it right now is just put your hand on it, and then that muffles it so that it won't be heard outside of the room. But then you've still got this imp, and you're holding a jar of Eye of Newt. Now, Oscar, Pelifron, and Clog, you three hear from the other room just a very faint...
Excuse me.
Is it keeps on going?
Well, for right now, do like just all three of you start coughing loudly?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Where are we? Like in a hallway? Like
I think you're like just at the door out, so like you can hear it through the door, but maybe Lareth can't. So he looks at you. He says, yes. The coughing. It happens when the singularity begins devouring your diaphragm.
Oh,
so
what?
Is there anything else in this room?
It's the room with all the trinkets and baubles and stuff.
Okay. Dang.
I kind of hold my stomach, and I just like, do you have like a bathroom, a restroom, or something? And like, I'm just holding it.
Yeah,
We all go with a different crappy lie. Right?
He pantomimes pushing up glasses under his muslin cloth, and he says, "The restroom is for customers only." So Verna, what are you doing to stop this bell?
Is it too many actions to put the newt down, grab the bell, and pull out a dagger?
You can do all of that, but then you can't attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put the newt down on the shelf, you grab your dagger, and you grab the bell, and then the homunculus smashes into you. Slam! Yeah,
Yep.
good. I like Dungeons and Dragons. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Okay. So its teeth go sinking into your neck as you stand there holding the bell and you're sort of flailing with this homunculus grabbing onto you, and you must take 1 point of damage. So tunk, and then you must also make a Constitution saving throw.
There it is.
So actually, Verna, you can select your token on the tabletop, and then in the red circle, you can just type -1.
That's right. Oop, doesn't want to go. All right. Okay.
Ta-da, chunk. Very cool. So you each found the art that you chose to represent your characters too, which I think is really cool. All right, awesome. So, yes, make a Constitution saving throw, Verna.
It goes so well. Okay.
You succeed.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so upstairs, you can actually hear up the stairs. You can hear like the trio sort of coughing and making a loud ruckus and talking loudly. What do? You've got this homunculus hanging off of you. It's opening its mouth for another bite. You've got a dagger in your hand, one arm up, holding a bell.
Can I cut the bell?
Yeah, you can make an attack against the bell.
Great.
Yeah, make an attack with advantage.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, yeah, you stab your dagger into the bell, twist it, chunk, and rip it off of the wood. The bell stops ringing at all, and now it's just you and the homunculus. The homunculus makes another bite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nailing you. You take 1 more damage, and you must also make another saving throw.
Oh, God. Okay, well.
Oh, man. Okay, you're fine. Now it's your turn again.
Barely.
You've got a dagger in your hand. Your other hand is free. There's an Eye of Newt on the counter behind you.
Can I pull out my second dagger to be able to make the double attack?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Great, so. Yeah, I'm just going to attack. Because it's within melee range still, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Sort of flapping right against your chest. So your first one is a 9. Unfortunately, it's too small and it's missing you. You're missing it.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Your second one stabs straight into it for 6 damage. Yeah, you stab into its neck and the thing falls to the ground. And as your dagger rips it open, you just see sawdust come spilling out from the inside of it.
Ugh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Verna's ready to get the heck out of there. So, as long as she's not fully incapacitated or anything, she's going to turn around, grab the Eye of Newt, and quickly now, because the imp is out of action, head up the stairs.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, you head up the stairs. You rejoin your friends as they exit the room, coughing and oh, my stomach! I'm so hungry. Oh my God! You don't know what they're doing. They're weird. But you slip out the front door without any problem.
Nice.
Cool. Well done.
So, now what? You're out in front on the lawn. This woman, Elise, is sitting out there in her white gown, standing there with this slumped over Deodan next to her. This beast must weigh like 300 or 400 pounds. You have no idea how she got out in front of the man's.
Well, clearly we should go to the Yellow Door Inn. I mean, it's only what an hour's journey back.
Yeah, it's like an hour down the road.
Is this also the inn where all those monks are staying?
It is.
With the how convenient. Terrific.
Yeah. So we'll go down there. We'll brew a potion or two. I mean, we've got some of these fruit that we can maybe grab. We can distribute it to the monks, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, grab a chest, take off.
Cool. Yeah, all right. So you've got the Eye of Newt. I guess the others of you, maybe Pelifron, while Oscar and Clog were going inside, you must have grabbed some of the pistols from the Sun Rose. And okay. So the 4 of you, 5, 6, set off down the road.
Yeah.
The woman Elise is this man is so heavy. Could one of you carry him for me? And maybe 3 or 4 of you muscle together to lift this man to your shoulders and carry him down the road. So you make it to the Yellow Door Inn without incident. It's an inn along the road on the moors, atop a hill. You can see far in all directions. You can see distant, shining on a distant hill, Lareth's manse. And there's a number of travelers at the inn. You can see the large common area when you push open the door. Warmth and heat and light and speech and laughter come spilling out. And the common room there's just tables everywhere and chairs, and a couple of people have pulled up blankets by the fireplace and are already bedding down for a night's sleep. The innkeep saunters over to you, and she bids you welcome. She says, "Welcome to the Yellow Door Inn, my humble establishment. Are you here for food or rest or something else? What can I do for you this evening?"
Drink?
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here
Your
for something
strongest
else.
liquor.
Strongest liquor, drink, of course. Yes. Well, it's 1 gold piece for a small glass of fine vodka. We've also got a collection of whiskeys, which are 5 gold pieces each. What's your preference, gentlemen, gentlewomen?
Claude curses under his breath a little bit.
So Verna stops there and says, "What's the cheapest, strongest, like, make you go blind stuff you got?"
A fan of the stag piss, eh? Well, we do have an old bottle in the cellar. Doesn't see much play. Most of our folk are a little more highbrow, but I have to say it really does burn just right. Here, let me get you a glass. So she brings over a glass of cloudy yellow strong alcohol. You can smell it smells like Everclear basically. I guess the 6 of you. What have you done with the deodand? Are you just carrying him into the room? Because that's not going to fly.
No.
He's out on the road with several branches. Just
Yeah. So it's like a deodand and then like 3 sticks on top of him.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're all sitting at a table, and she brings one over for Verna and slams it down in front of you. What can I do for the rest of you, gentlemen?
I kind of like bring over like Verna's glass and just like smell it. I'm like, I'll have 2 of these.
Okay. And you, sir, you look like you prefer the finer things in life. She's gesturing to you, Pelifon.
oh, sorry.
I don't think that's me.
I'll have the same. Stag piss, please.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we also have a fine agave liquor from one of the half-orc holds to the south. I'm not sure if you're looking for a taste of home, good sir.
Claude kind of looks sideways at the rest of the party, questioning, because I don't have any money.
Verna looks at him and says, "I've got you. It's fine."
All right. And he says, "Yes."
Cool, yeah. So she brings over an amber glass of liquid and sets it in front of Clog. And that's a gold, and the rest of it is a copper each. So I think that was like, 4 copper or something like that?
Yeah.
So,
While she's
settle
sort
up.
of serving us,
Sorry?
while she's serving us, I'd like to flash a couple of, what's something relatively extravagant, like 4 or 5 gold?
Yeah, totally.
Crowns. And I say, by the way, madam, you haven't seen a group of friary-looking gentlemen come in here this evening, have you?
Oh, the monks of Our Lady of Grey. Yes, they
Yes,
come through once a
Our
month.
Lady of Grey.
Yes. Once a month on the night of the full moon, they always pass by.
Of course. Are they staying here this evening?
Well, certainly. They've requested one of the rooms upstairs.
Ah, lovely, lovely. I would love to pay my respects.
Oh,
I'm
are
a
you a
big
fellow
fan of Our
worshiper of
Lady
Our Lady of
of
Grey?
Grey.
Oh, well, that's
She-
just delightful.
Do you know if it might bother them too much if I rapped upon their door?
Well, they are fairly secretive folk, but if you're one of their order, I'm sure that you know all the proper greetings.
Of course.
Yes, yes, of course. Well, they're just up the stairs to the right, second door on the left. And then
Wonderful.
she heads back to the the kitchen and brings out bowls of soup for other people and begins attending to her tasks.
So, do we handle the friars? We get the chest, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe we bring this liquor and go help our friend out.
Yeah, I think as you say that, like you see Oscar, he's like got the glass out there, and maybe he's got the Eye of Newt and like the other petals, and maybe like some other stuff. He's like just sitting at the table, like all this stuff, and like sipping one of the glasses, like tasting it, and like maybe like putting like some like other herbs that he's just like collected randomly around, and he's just like trying to like figure things out. And he's like, I think I'm gonna need a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if you would like to work on the potion, I can go try and find out whether or not I might be able to procure the chest upstairs.
Yeah. Hey, Steve,
Although I
what?
might like somebody to keep watch in the hallway, and if things go bad, maybe bash some skulls.
Steven, do I know anything about this order of monks or the Lady in Gray? Lady in
Yeah,
Gray?
roll a religion test. Yeah, Our Lady of Grey isn't terribly obscure as a religion. You know that they greet each other with may the dawn shine bright. You know that they benedict each other with walk smooth in the gray. And just like a few tenets of their religion, like it's not yours, but enough to hold an intelligent conversation about it. Especially as a cleric yourself, you're fairly well educated about the religions of the world. Our Lady of Grey is a death goddess, and she holds that everybody after death walks in the Valley of Grey with her. And there's some sort of element of nomadicism to her religion, where Our Lady of Grey never stops in one place for long. She moves from place to place, collecting the souls, which then travel along with her.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, like if you went with Verna, you could probably talk your way in to these people.
I would, yeah. If that's open to Verna, I would love to try.
Okay, so maybe Oscar and Pelifron stay downstairs, sidle over to the fire and start smooshing things together while John and Verna head upstairs. Cool, yeah. So the two of you step up to the upstairs landing, and sure enough, 2 doors on the left, you actually see a man wearing a simple brown robe. He looks like a monk. He's got a tonsure and just a simple robe. He's reading from a small gray book. He looks up and then looks back down at his book, making note of you, but nothing else.
Okay.
Okay.
I
think we probably discussed downstairs the rough plan we want to do.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, Clog, I'm thinking, don't change something if it's working. So I'm thinking, if you want to start a conversation with someone while the door is open, maybe I can try and sneak in.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? I'm sure there's more than one, or some more people in the door. Do you want me to try to get them out?
I don't know. Can you maybe do like a brief hello and then say you're gonna grab a drink, and like as you say hello, scope out what's going on inside, see if they're asleep, if they're awake.
Yeah. Like, tell I'm fellow cleric here if they're down to talk. I would love to catch up, swap some, some prayers and whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So Steve and I head upstairs and try a cordial hello to the person up there.
Yeah, sure. He snaps his gray book closed and he looks up at you a little bit surprised and he says, "Good evening, fellow traveler. Tell me what brings you to this place? Have you rooms?"
I think yes. I'm yes, I'm a fellow follower of a different walk of faith, and I heard there was some friars here of the Lady of Grey order, and I was
Oh, a
confess
cleric.
I'm curious.
Well, yes, hello. It's always nice to meet a man of faith. Tell me what god do you worship?
Mishakol.
Mishkul, god of magic, is it?
Light and order. Sorry, life and order.
Life and order. Yes, well, I can see why you would want to come greet your brothers from Our Lady of Grey. Tell me, have you seen the error of your ways, brother?
I've seen some errors of my ways and many of the world's. And I do know that, I guess the domain of your god is mirror to mine in the way, life and death.
Indeed. Though, as you know, without death there can be no life, so really,
Indeed.
Our Lady of Grey plays a critical role.
Without life, there can be no death, though.
Isn't the absence of life the inherent state of death?
I don't know if something that was never alive is dead.
The base state of the universe, as explained within chapter 43 of Our Lady of Grey's book, is one of cold and unfeeling rest.
I think we go down this walk a little bit, and then I just kind of stop and like, I would love to learn more and maybe impart some of my own knowledge too, downstairs over a drink or so. Do you have other compatriots?
I would love to, but I cannot leave my post. At least, not without replacing myself. And my brothers cannot leave the room. Please, go collect your drink and bring it up here. We will go inside, and you can talk with us then.
Oh dear. Okay. Sure. What kind of drink do you and your brothers like?
Oh, well, the brothers of Our Lady of Grey never imbibe alcohol.
I didn't say alcohol.
Then clear water would be preferable, yes.
Of course. And yeah, I guess Clog turns around and walks downstairs.
Okay. Do you update Verna?
Yes, but he kind of like, once he gets down the stairs, he just kind of like breathes really heavy, like, oh. Little dry heaves. And then, okay. Phil's and Verna was that, well, they invited me inside their room.
Okay, so I hitch a ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the room? Like, did you see?
I didn't. They didn't open it.
Okay. This is a tough one. I mean, if you can keep their attention on you, then once you know where the chest is, like if you see it, then move to the other side of the room and try to get them into, I don't know, can you start a fight with them or something?
I could.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah. I had a thought. Do we have any more of those arrows coated with the fruit stuff?
Oh.
Yeah.
I have 7 salvia arrows with me at the moment.
I say we mix that in some water and I take them. I take those upstairs.
Oh, that's way better. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll hitch a ride just to be safe, but
That's good.
Yeah.
that's good.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So you get waters and you go over to the fireplace where Pelifron and Oscar are like comparing notes and like arguing over what to add in what order. And there's like some like brown sludge in a glass where clearly they've failed once, but they're they're mixing with the second glass.
There's a couple of people who are like enjoying the fire on their own, and we just kind of like shoved in and started brewing a potion in it.
Yeah, totally.
And they're just like.
So Clog comes downstairs and he taps you on the shoulder and gets 3 or 4 arrows from you and dips them in the glasses of water. And I think probably when you offered to bring up drinks for the brothers, he informed you there were 4 of them in the room.
Okay,
so
cool.
You've got 4 waters and you've dipped the arrows in each of them. And
I get 5 waters for me too, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally.
Don't mix them up.
Yeah. Don't forget which one.
You could bring up your clear tequila, like your amber tequila.
Oh yeah, I already have a drink.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's clear that that's not the one they want.
Yes.
Totally.
True.
Totally.
All right, yeah, you head back upstairs, and the gentleman greets you. He says, yes, well, welcome back, please. And he opens the door, and he gestures inside, where two of the brothers sit on two of the beds, which are seated across the room, and there's a desk, and on the desk is open a larger copy of the Gray Book. A third brother is sitting there reading, and on the desk, behind the book, there's two small wooden chests.
Two. Okay. All right.
Oh, should I have rolled to be hiding on Clog's back?
Go ahead and roll and take advantage because you hid in the stairwell and
Yeah, maybe we fold you under some chainmail or something.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Oy.
12. I think you might end up sort of deciding as you're sneaking up the stairs that given how well lit this is, and that there's a guard outside, and that there's three other guys inside, you might sort of realize and be like,
No,
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go into the room. Would not have waving off.
all right. So you hang back. They don't see you, and Clog heads into the room alone.
Yeah.
So
While that's happening, can I see if there's a window?
there is a window that Clog can see. So if you head outside, you can go around the back, and you see a window there. Are you gonna try and climb?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it. Roll an athletics check.
All right. That's going to go so well.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, Clog, you distribute these waters and you start sipping and hosting religious conversation with the brothers in the room. And you hear a crash from outside. And one of the brothers, he hears it and he stands up and he walks over to the window, sets his cup on the table, opens the window, and he says, "My God, it's full of stars." And then the other two brothers in the room just also both go, "Wow." And then they slump over onto their sides. Thump. And you hear a thump from in the hallway. The boom.
Oh, man.
Okay. Clog gets up and then looks out the window.
Yeah. You
Maybe
see
sees
Verna
Verna.
climbing the side with
I'm like,
a
"Wait."
frustrated face on her face.
I'm gonna throw you the chest. Get ready.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Verna's going to climb back down.
Okay, cool.
No, is Verna going to climb? Well, Verna didn't see there were two, so she says yes and just gets back down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you
Take both chests and just throw them out the window towards Verna.
both chests, okay? Yep, sure. You toss both chests out the window. Where do you go, Clog?
I sit back down on the chair where I was.
Okay, and then you close the windows.
I leave the window open because I think what the other guy went to look open it. As when I got up and left, I just sit back down and kind of pretend nothing happened.
Okay, cool. The chests are obviously not on top of the table now.
Right. I'm second guessing this, but that's what he's doing.
Okay, yeah. They're out for quite a while. You sit there twiddling your thumbs.
That's true.
Oh, you're going to...
Okay. Yeah, I'll just sneak out. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh shoot! The door opens probably towards inside the room, huh? Is there any way can I jury rig the door so they're locked in?
Do you have any coins on you?
I don't.
Damn, because you could have done that thing where you shove coins in the door jamb until it's.
I have a small knife.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Can I do that? Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can jam the small knife sort of up at the top of the door so that it's really wedged, really tight.
Yeah.
So you head out. You step gingerly over the body of this sleeping monk.
I put him inside too. Inside the room.
Yeah. And okay, so you pull him in. Cool. Yeah, and then you head downstairs to meet your friends.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So, Pelifron and Oscar, why don't each of you give me? Oscar, why don't you roll a medicine check, and that will determine whether or not Pelifron gets advantage on his Arcana check.
So
While we're doing this, I've got a medieval times restaurant-sized turkey leg.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this one-handed.
Chowing down.
So I'm going to click on the brewer supplies because I think that will give me the bonus for it. But,
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Totally. Oh, damn.
Oh.
Yeah. So you open up your brewer supplies and you set out like vials and filters and things like that. And then Pelifron, roll an Arcana check with advantage. Ooh, well, the two of you together, it takes you a couple tries, but by the third or fourth glass of deer piss, you manage to get the concoction right. You slice off the last bit of Eye of Newt into the glass. You muddle it for a little while. You squeeze the nectar out of the stamen of the sunrose, and then poof, the whole thing swirls into like a smoky, deep ochre and gold swirling liquid, and you feel like, haha, you've done it.
This is the one.
That's the stuff.
For sure. All right. So, Verna comes back in with 2 large chests tucked under her cloak. Clog comes back downstairs, sits down, wipes his forehead. And you've got the 4 of you all together. You've got the 2 chests. You've got this liquid. Elise is sitting there looking impatiently back and forth as she nurses a mug of beer.
Come, let's go. I think we've got a potion to administer.
Ah, you've succeeded. Yes. Well, please, can we go administer it to him now?
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't see why not.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. How can I ever repay you? And the 4 of you head outside. 5 of you head outside.
I hope that witch was right.
What's that?
So I hope that witch was right.
Right. And yeah, the Deodand is still unconscious, tucked under a bush and covered in branches. And who is administering the potion?
Oh, I'll like hold his head back and like start pouring it down his
Yeah,
throat.
okay, sure. So you pull open his large ape-like jaw and start pouring the potion down it. Gook, and you massage his gullet so he swallows as he's unconscious. And a searing ray of light erupts from his side, lighting the sky with a line of fire. And from there, his skin starts burning and peeling away as he glows with more and more light. The flesh of the Deodand evaporates in an acrid stench, and lying before you is one fairly strong, hale, hearty, handsome, completely naked man.
Completely naked. Good.
Yes. And with that, let's take our second break of the evening. We'll go for 4 minutes, and when we come back, we'll go into the encroaching conclusion of tonight's adventure. So don't go anywhere. We will continue with more of the first Stories of the Weird after this short break.
Excellent.
Cool.